box like that, but with a Holyfield chin. There ain't a situation that I can't win. Only hot shit coming out my pen. Niggas like that nerd rap, I noticed the trend. Simping on records, man, that ain't hood. But when I point it out, man, that ain't. We back, man. It's your boy Swag Science. Another edition of the Random Boxing Notes. We just gonna talk about that epic ass fight we saw last night between Timothy Bradley and Ruslan Provodnikov. Damn, now that fight was just everything a boxing fan would want. You know, two warriors putting it on the line, giving it they all, throwing mean punches with bad intentions. I mean, damn. I mean, shit, even Jesse Vargas gave us an entertaining fight. And you know, how often does that happen? So, you know, it was just a great weekend for fights. We've had some garbage ass fights lately, you know, just dirty and foul filled and just awful to watch. And, you know, this weekend was like a good shot in the arm for boxing with these type of performances. This is the shit that people want to see. These were the fights that you call up your homeboys, be like, yo, y'all gotta watch this fight. So this was good for the sport. And on another note, man, does Freddie Roach give you some epic ass 12 rounds or what? It's like every time I turn around when he has a fighter in a close fight, and you know, he tells him like, look, yo, we need to put this guy on his ass, we need to knock him out. Like his fighters, they deliver that shit, man. Like I'm thinking about the James Toney Vasily Girard fight where he was telling James Toney like, yo, we gotta put him on his ass, and then James Toney gives you one of them epic one-sided ass 12 rounds. Then you look at the Chavez Jr. and Martinez fight last year, and then you see this fight, and wow, it just, you know. So shout outs to Freddie Roach on that. He been taking some L's lately, but damn, you know, his fighters be giving us some good fights. As far as the fight itself, it played out almost exactly the way I predicted it. I didn't have a video prediction for this fight, but I did post up my official prediction on hoodallstars.com last Friday. And I'm gonna just read to you exactly how I predicted this fight, and you'll just see how pretty much the fight was spot on with this. Bradley by competitive decision. I think this fight will be like Bradley's fight against Lamont Peterson, but just more competitive. Bradley will use his versatility to outbox and outmaneuver Provodnikov's aggression. He won't look perfect during these moments because eventually Ruslan is going to catch up to Timmy and land some heat. Bradley will stand and deliver on his terms because he can brawl a bit, but it's his superior boxing that will win him the majority of the rounds. This will be a highly competitive fight, and Provodnikov will be in it to the final moments. You hear that? Final moments. So Bradley can't sleep on this kid. If Provodnikov was more seasoned, I would have picked him for the upset. But as of now, I feel he'll come up a little short. And when I just look at the fight, it was like a reflection of that. I feel the fight was close and competitive, and Tim Bradley won by the skin of his teeth. You know, he barely won, but he won clearly. He won the majority of the rounds. I know people saying that, you know, a few people saying that Provodnikov got robbed. I think he was maybe robbed out of that first round knockdown, but that was about it. He let Timothy Bradley off the hook, and it goes to talk about, you know, the seasoning that I was talking about. You know, he kind of blew his wad early, punched himself out, and he allowed Timothy Bradley to get his second win and basically control the middle rounds. And of course, Provodnikov came back strong in the 12th, you know, almost finished Bradley, but he just came up a little short. He got outboxed a lot of times. He didn't have that experience to go to the body when he had Bradley hurt. He had Bradley hurt so many damn times. It was just crazy how he was able to take the punishment that this kid delivered. So it was a great fight. Both fighters, you know, went all out. But Provodnikov, I'm sorry, you know, he still has a way to go. I feel that he could probably pick up a belt in the future, but you know, he just has to get more seasoned, just polish up his style. You know, he can't just head hunt like he was doing in the Bradley fight. He has to go body, head, head, body, you know, mix it up some. And that's just basically where Bradley beat him on. Bradley beat him on experience and just superior skill. Bradley's able to do multiple different things in the ring, where Provodnikov would just basically come forward and land. Now Bradley, one thing I gotta say about Bradley, that he seemed to improve his offensive, his offensive arsenal. The way he throws his punches. Like, I was noticing he was turning his shots over more, and he wasn't cuffing Provodnikov. He wasn't slapping him with those pity pat flurries and shit that he used to do. He was really landing some, clear, solid, flush punches on Provodnikov. And you see, normally Timothy Bradley, he's not the most accurate of punchers, but he was landing some mean ones. And if you look at Provodnikov's face at the end of that fight, those weren't no pillow fists. Those weren't no feather dusters. Bradley really went to work on dude. Provodnikov, he won the event. Bradley won the fight. That's the best way I could sum up this fight. It was great. I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch, but this is one of those fights where it just takes some ring years off of both men. Just like with the Mike Alvarado and Brandon Rios fight. I don't think no dude's gonna be the same like that, but hopefully we see another great fight in a couple weeks with those two gentlemen. Bradley, I think people still kind of hating on him for the Pacquiao decision. I mean, yeah, he pissed me off with that shit too, but I mean, it's time to just move on. It's like, we all know he lost that fight, but he beat this kid Provodnikov. That's just the way it is. It was close, competitive. And you gotta look at, Tim had some ring rust as well. So this was always a tough fight for him, no matter what. It was always gonna be a tough fight. This never was a walk in the park type of fight, especially when you fighting against a trainer that knows how you fight, because you fought one of his fighters in your last fight. So with that said, Bradley, he did his thing. I want to see both fighters recuperate from their injuries, take some time off, and come back into the ring later this year, bigger, badder than ever, and just make some more noise, because they gave us one hell of a fight last night. Bradley, he's going to be in it with anybody at 140, 147, especially if he keeps punching like that. So I think he'll make real good fights with a guy like Danny Garcia. I could see that being a crazy good fight. Same thing with Lucas Matisse and just about anybody. But they gave us a good fight, and hey, what more could you ask for? It's the Swag Science, HoodAllStars.com. I'll be coming back with some more videos soon. 1.